This is the Winegard Anser satellite dish. I have DirecTV, and I'm gonna try messing with it. So let's open the box. So there it is, what you get inside. This is 25 feet of coax. This is the power cord to it. You connect this to the dish, and then it's got a 12 volt that you need just to find the satellite, give it power to move, and once it locks, you unplug it and it doesn't need power anymore. I have to give you instructions, and now let's take it out. There we go. It's got a carrying handle, and there's a couple places where you could put a bicycle lock or something if you're afraid somebody would steal it. What you do is where you're at, you find the elevation, and then you point it. But let's see if I can get this sucker to work. Hey, for my DirecTV friends, I want to give you a quick guide on how to set this up. Take your remote, press the menu button, go down to Parental Favorites and Setup, select that, go to System Setup, select that. I'm not sure how many clever people are out there, so I covered up my card numbers and all that. I don't know if anybody still bothers trying to hack that stuff, but I did it. So now you go down to Satellite and take that off. We can go to Repeat Satellite Setup. They want you to press the dash, which is at the bottom of the key. It will take you down there. First step you can do is if you go to Dish Pointing, and if you select that, it'll give your zip code where you can enter the zip code where you are, and it'll tell you elevation at that point. So once you've set the dish type and the switch type, you want to go down to Signal Strength, and then you want to go down to Signal Meters, and you want to make sure that you're on satellite 101 and transponder 1. This is the point where you would connect, at this screen you would connect the Anser satellite up and let it find the satellite. Once it found the satellite, then you would disconnect the power to it and you're good to go. You press done, you press done again, you press continue, and what it's going to do is it's going to verify the configuration. Okay, and once that's completed, you press continue, and it's going to acquire the program guide and all that good stuff. This will also take a little bit of time. Just be patient. It's not very long. Now, once that's complete, you press continue. You can set the remote up later, and you can go back to watching DirecTV, and you have satellite. So it's a pretty quick and relatively painless procedure to tune in your satellite dish. I hope that portion helps. Okay, now I got everything outside. There's my one on my house to give me a good idea. We're going to do setup. But first thing you should do is, I got my compass out, and you want this, where everything plugs in, to face basically north. So we're pretty good there. I've set the elevation for my area, and we're going to go to setup here. Let's see if I can do this. Satellite. Repeat satellite setup. I'm going to do the dash. Okay, we're going to go to, we're in the setup. We're going to go to dish type, and it should be 18-inch round. I probably should have done this once before, but I want to write down what my settings are now. And we're going to go to dish pointing. Press OK. And it's going to give me an elevation, which is a little bit different than what the guide had told me. It was close on that. They give you a little sheet. So we're going to come over here, and there's a little lock switch. You unscrew that, and then we're just going to move that. That looks good. Tighten it back down. Just finger tight. You don't have to go crazy. Now we're going to take the power, and I got my adapter here. I'm going to plug it in, and you can see it's turning. Okay, there we go. So I'm getting 91. That's pretty darn good. And now you unplug the receiver. So that's good. Now we're going to go down to done. Done. Now you can see that it's trying. And now it's acquiring the data from the satellite. However, I will say finding level is very important.
It doesn't have to be exactly level, but when I did edit out, it was quickly going by the satellite. And, you know, I had a pretty good idea where it is because it's on my house. See, that's where that's pointing. That's where my house is pointing. So we'll continue. We'll set up the remote later, and we'll watch DirecTV. Maybe. So my guide's coming up. The channel's coming up, but TV hasn't started yet. Okay. So it's done. Disconnect. And we're verifying configuration. And now we're going to get the information from the satellite. It's crugging along. We'll hit continue. Set up later, and we can see it's already on. Check baseball channel, and we got TV. How about that? Awesome, huh? See if I can get local channels. No. I gotta ask them. I gotta ask DirecTV about that. They told me all I needed to do when I was moving around was to call them and they would change it. Well, I'm at my house, so I should be able to get my local channels. This was my first setup, so maybe I'll do another one when I get a little bit better. But I would say I'm doing it the first time, it took me about 10-15 minutes. I called DirecTV and they helped me. They made it all work. I followed the instructions and it said on dish type to select 1 round 18, and they actually had me change it to 2 so I could get the local channels as well. So just in case those of you that may run into the same problem. So I think for my first time setting it up, it went pretty easy. You know, you're hoping like 2-3 minutes and it would be all done. But the first time is a learning process. So I learned that the little Anser dish needs to be pretty level. I think I made a 1/2 inch correction or an inch correction at most, and it did a better job of finding the satellite. And then it's just a matter of going through the setup process. Now, you know, as soon as it finds it, you have to unplug it or it will keep searching. A lot of people that complain about these things saying, oh, I got it set up and then like a minute later it lost the signal. Well, once it finds it, unplug it, leave it alone, and it'll be fine. So for any of you looking for something like this, so far so good. I thought it was important to test it at my house. And this video is probably not great because I did some jumping around. Some people want to watch TV all day when they're RVing. I don't. I just want to be able to watch some of my stuff. I'd love to lose the connection to TV, but so for any of you out there that want to be able to take along a little TV with you when you're out in the middle of nowhere, you know, a lot of times it's easier just to watch stuff on your computer or something like that, but sometimes you're out in the middle of nowhere where you don't even have cell reception. Those are places I'm hoping to spend more time in. And for me, having a little TV at night or to watch my favorite shows or all that kind of stuff, keep connected to the world around me, is a good thing. And I think I've had DirecTV for a really long time, and I've set up some dishes on my own, and it is infuriating trying to find a signal. So this semi-automatic system for the price I thought was a good deal and will allow me to have some mobility and not spend 2 days trying to tune in a signal. So I hope this was helpful. I have a feeling it was kind of a disjointed video, so in the future I may do another one when I get the process down a little better. I might show you how easy it can be, but I thought showing a first time wasn't a terrible idea. And sadly, almost embarrassingly at times, you know, you have to admit that I'm one of those people that likes to watch a little TV. So have a great and wonderful day.